Our next guest is a firecracker of a young broadcaster. She has just broken, get this, the Guinness World Record for the most radio interviews done in a 24-hour period. Take a look at Pavlina in action, interviewing major music star Ed Sheeran.
So starting out and doing an album at 14, which is really cool, and that's how old I am. So singing and performing at that age, like, what was that like for you?
I wasn't very good at it, but it was all a big learning curve. Yeah, and the more I kind of worked at it, the kind of better it became. Kind of practice makes perfect. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, and Pavlina right now is only 17 years old. That was done, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was
You were
a while
age
ago. 14,
but you started doing this when you were how old?
11. I was 11.
How? How did this happen?
Well, I was a street performer on like the beaches of Daytona Beach with my steel drums, and I was getting interviews for like local radio stations, and then one of the radio managers was like, "You're in here all the time." So I was like, "That's true." So he was like, "You should start your own radio show." So I was like, "Okay, cool, that works." And then I started with, like, the show was a 15-minute show, and that was the longest time ever. Like, I was just, how do I fill up 15 minutes? Like, what am I supposed to talk about?
I mean, how did you start getting celebrity interviews?
Yeah, well, Kevin Jonas came to Daytona because it was like some kind of music festival, and I snuck in and I basically did like this on-the-fly interview, which it's pretty interesting. So I did that interview, and then Vince Carter, who's also from Daytona, he has like Mainland High School, which is his school and everything. So I interviewed him there, and I've actually interviewed him like 4 times already. It's crazy. So, and then that's just kind of how like the ball went rolling with celebrities.
Now, do people, stars, notables, now come to you because they want to be interviewed by you? How is that working?
Yeah, I've had a lot of interviews where like, or I'll get like a lot of like press releases, like, oh, hey, they're coming to Florida. Would you like to talk to them? And I'm like, yes. So it's cool.
Tell me about this Ed Sheeran interview. He's a big music star. How did that happen?
Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Okay, so that was actually done at a radio station, and I was friends with the people because they had interviewed me, and they were like, "We're having Ed Sheeran come into the station. Would you like to talk to him?" And I was like, "Yes, it's Ed Sheeran." Like, so yeah, it was really cool.
And you've had other notables like Katie Couric. And how did you land Katie?
Katie was...
She's a big get.
Yeah, she was really nice, too. I interviewed her at a Girl Scout event, and she was actually wearing...
I was going to say, she's dressed like a Girl Scout.
Yeah, she's got the vintage Girl Scout thing on. It's crazy. So, and it was really cool because I was a delegate, because I'm a Girl Scout. So it was really cool because I was, like, getting to do that, and I was like, oh my gosh. So.
What advice did Katie give you, being the legendary broadcaster that she is?
Yeah, well, I asked her like about doing interviews and everything, and well, her favorite, I think, are authors, because she said like with their passion and stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so she was just talking about like different interviews with me and like what to do and like make people comfortable kind of thing. So
you broke the records. You did 347 radio interviews. Now, these weren't all notables. These were just interviews over a 24-hour period. Guinness was there to record it, and you did it. What was that like? You stayed up all night?
Yes, it was insane. I had like crazy adrenaline going the whole time. It was insane, but it was a lot of fun. Like, I was just outside of the Walmart in my hometown, which is Port Orange, and it was a lot of fun. So it was crazy trying to get all the interviews and making sure I broke it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pavlina, we are going to be seeing and hearing a lot more from you. You've got 15 radio stations now. You want to conquer the radio world and then take over TV, take my job. Fine, take it! No, I'm kidding. You're going to do great. We're so excited to have you here, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
You're going to do very well.